If you will pardon the pun, paradoxically, here we are in Crusader Kings 3 with Emperor Cannoli the Devil, the 91-year-old unkillable man who has dodged, I believe, 2 of the death events that I think were actually added in tours and tournaments as a way to kill off older characters. We, of course, dodged Incapable. We have dodged him slipping out of the bath and dying horribly. I don't think there was anything else, but feel free to correct me there. As a reminder, I am recording this episode earlier than usual. There was no episode yesterday on Sunday, and I am actually recording this on Saturday so that I could have a buffer because I knew I wasn't here on Sunday. So, yeah, I mean, what can I say that I haven't said 1,000 times before? Cannoli the Devil, unkillable, unstoppable, and now we are working on his ultimate victory. A man who was called the Devil wrongly is about to become religious icon, and that is what I'm after. That's just going to be the ultimate goal. We don't need it. It doesn't do anything for us. It's not some grand, dynastic gain. It would be infinitely more useful to put the thousands of gold we're spending on pilgrimages to building up Rome or building up Constantinople, because our next successor is a step down. Definitely a step down. Is definitely not as good as Emperor Cannoli, yet here we are. So, somebody in the comments, like I said, I'm pre-recording this, so I haven't been able to read the comments, but in between recording the last episode and this one, I took an hour break, had a drink, refreshed myself, and I'm back and here, and in that time, somebody left maybe the best comment I've ever seen. This was over on Discord. Somebody said that, I don't remember who it was, let me see if I've still got, I closed Discord when I start recording, so I can't get it back up now, but they said that Savalon is Cannoli's Darth Vader. And I love that idea so much. I think it couldn't be any more apt. Darth Vader, frightening, horrifying, enormous, unstoppable warrior. Probably actually the best warrior in the world. I really want to double check that a second. But yeah, no, he's an attack dog, and he's very single-minded. He's very focused. He's very angry, arrogant, stubborn. He is quite Vader-y in a way, isn't he? Not really vengeful and certainly not as angry, but I can see a lot of overlap there. Man, we've still got that bloke out there in the world. The Maharaja, the Fear Eater, is just insane. I don't know how to say his first name, so we'll just call him Maharaja Fear Eater for now. With his 62 martial, despite the fact that he is 71. Why does he not get an old age penalty? Is that like a cultural thing or something like that? Damn, 62 is nuts. Absolutely insane. Then in second place, of course, Savalon with 47. But yeah, other than that, and even then, like, when you compare the top 3, first place is miles out ahead, and actually Savalon is pretty far ahead, because then it immediately drops to 42, 42, 41, 40. How the hell do we ever get up there? I have no idea. I mean, maybe we go for chivalry focus. It's kind of hard to tell what he's gone for already. He might just be going down the strategist tree or something like that. It's a shame you can't see what they are focusing on. I suppose you shouldn't be allowed to know that for, like, intrigue-related things in multiplayer. But yeah, no, that's really interesting. So, I love that comparison. I think it's fantastic, and that's very much what this guy is, Maybe eternal life. I don't think there is eternal life in CK3, is there? But we'll see what we can do with this. I think the next thing to do, we could hold court. We haven't done that for a while in Byzantium, so let's take a look. And this will probably be, again, a shorter episode because I'm having to pre-record like 4 episodes before tomorrow, so it's a bit messy. 2 Rim as well. I'm not recording 4 CK3 back-to-back, so I like being able to read the comments. She's being very creepy there. I don't like that. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall, and a stream of people file in. Now, I believe this throne room, and I might be wrong on this and not giving Paradox enough credit, I believe it is from the community flavor pack, and I'll be honest, even if it isn't from Tours and Tournaments or the base game or anything like that, chances are the community flavor pack is brushing up 1 or 2 things with it as well, definitely changing it, upgrading it in some way or another. My lord, there will be so many attending your court. I know you are somewhat challenged in remembering every face from whence it hails. I propose we solution. We recognize all the court to wear a dress which includes a local style recognizable to all. We've got a 100% chance here of saying we don't need that. That's a stupid idea. Or, we can gain... Ooh, we can basically guarantee whatever outcome we want here because he's such a mastermind manipulator. We can either say... I never forget a face, I'll be fine, and gain 6 court grandeur, 300 diplomacy lifestyle experience. We've got a 99% chance of our vassals feel pride, wearing accessories showing their heraldry, their culture, their history, as +1 diplomacy, or forget my guests have the tailor design me an exquisite outfit. Oh, lavender placket, mouse fur blouse, purple girdle. That's a great Remold name. Or diamond studs is also really good. Honey-colored gusset. Honey-colored gusset, also very similar to a name of his child. You know what? No, honestly, let's go for... Yeah, diplomacy success. All of our vassals are very happy to wear their traditional garb. And that's a good play from a man who could be considered a cultural destroyer. Moved in, demand conversion of all the Greek kings who immediately bent the knee, right, and converted over. We are actively trying to convert over the realm. Of course, he's not a Greek ruler, just kind of taking over. Curador Karadu comes forward. Your Grace, my Curadora of Samisi grows rich by our burghers, dealing with traditional trading ships and ply the havens along the Byzantine Empire's coast. We have made our town and you prosperous and deserve greater influence over Cagliari. So we can either just give it him, which I'm not going to give to him because that was our traditional capital of our house for many, many generations. That's like our summer home. Such privilege must be justified, so he pays us for the title. You ask too much. There must be some other way. We find a compromise. 100% chance we find a compromise. We get mercantile charter, so we lose a little tax gain, a bit of development growth in Cagliari, which I'm not really too happy about. Or we can slap him down a bit. No, honestly, be satisfied with your present liberties. That's a pretty hefty title for a random mayor to come over and say, hey, give me your old capital that you've heavily developed over the past 100 years. Arcanesi Eustachi is here, which is definitely how that's pronounced. My lord, I've come with grave news. There is a solution to fix this problem. It's becoming increasingly clear that the Greeks and Sardino-French are becoming more, perhaps even too similar. It's paramount that we show them that it's us, Sardino-French, who are at the forefront of innovation. Let's host a festival to show our rich Sardino-French culture. This has been a dynasty that's been very quick to accept where they're moving to. And more importantly, I think that in this case, Cannoli would be very happy to take on a bit more of the Greek culture, given that he's, you know, looking to the past a little bit, maybe looking to emulate Rome. Of course, certainly looking to emulate Frankish rather than French or Sardinian. So we're going much further back. I would like not exercise superiority over the other cultures or... arrange for an exhibit to show off our grandest accomplishments. I don't think that's a good idea. I think we don't upset the apple cart. Things are going fine. I don't think he's particularly attached to his Sardinian French heritage. Bear in mind, it hasn't really been around that long. Certainly not long enough to cement itself without fail. Now, out of interest, if we do diverge the culture... do we want to diverge it? Can we actually just go to Greek culture and form a hybrid culture? We can. We can just do it right now. We get 14 Greek innovations by doing this. Oh my god. And we can just do this immediately, by the way. Heritage, Latin or Byzantine? Ooh. I think we stick with Latin because we are going for Rome. And I feel like Byzantine and Latin have a lot of similar cultural aspects. When you consider kind of Greco-Roman tradition spanning over many, many, many thousands of years, I think that's fine. And I think we'll stick with Latin because it's a bit closer to his own heart. Greco-Sardino-French is really interesting, just like this pan-Mediterranean culture. I know the France is in the Mediterranean, at least not all of it. And you know what? Let's swap language to Greek. I think it's a bit more your native language, your core language. I just feel like it's a bit closer to... what we're doing right now. Like, the majority of our realm are going to speak Greek, so I think this makes sense. I am a little disappointed, I'll be honest, that we can't change our martial custom. We will, of course, go for that Roman purple. I mean, Rome is more traditionally red, I think, but why don't we slowly start moving over there, because we were purple before, right? So let's go for a nice neon pink. I like that. Greco-Sardino-French. I feel like there has to be, like, a word that can describe a big swath of the Mediterranean like that. Now, because I can't find anything better... I mean, I could run some stuff through Google Translate, but, you know, I'm in a bit more speedy today. I'm happy to keep that. Ethos, we are going to keep, did I say ethos rather than ethos? How bizarre. We'll keep bureaucratic for now. We might want to change to bellicose when we play as one of the Savillums, whether Savillum the first, Savillum the second. I suppose the elder or the younger right now. Yeah, I'm all right with that. There is some, like, pan-Mediterranean, like, Mediterraneanism-based words you could use, but apparently all of it is a little bit racist, so we'll avoid that. Pick up to 8 traditions from each culture. This is interesting. Sons of the Capital and Eastern Rome we can have simultaneously, can we? Okay. 9 selected. What do I not want? Let's unselect all of them and just start from scratch then, eh? I think we've got to take Sons of the Capital because it's very Roman. Even though it doesn't really do much for us at all. It's just about, like, ruins and stuff like that. Eventually that might be impactful. Eastern Roman legacy, I like a lot. So, man-at-arms maintenance is reduced, man-at-arms recruitment cost is down, but our levy size, levy reinforcement rate is down. Bigger heavy infantry and bigger heavy cavalry. In fact, we may have just built the perfect cavalry culture. Chanson de Guest. Martial education traits are more valued. Any of the squire traits are more valued. Knights are better. We've got jousts. I'm going to take that. My god. Then chivalry as well. Gives us cavalry stuff. Bearing in mind, Byzantium, I think, is probably quite heavily associated with cataphracts. Cataphracts being big old armored horses, right? The fact that we're able to keep that. Oh, and actually we can recruit cataphracts. Oh, they're right there. I didn't even realize that was a bloody unit. They're not as good as the units we're actually about to get. But the fact that we've got cavalry coming from our brand new Greco tradition and our, historical French stuff here, bringing in some aspects too, is actually kind of nuts. Byzantine traditions is interesting. Rulers can blind prisoners, can castrate prisoners. Eunuch traitors has some additional bonuses. That's fine. Children may be born in the purple, which is quite fun. I do like Byzantine tradition. This is really interesting, because what we're really doing is we're going all the way from Francia. Oh, what was the realm of that Karl built? I don't remember. Okay, it's just referred to as the Carolingian Empire. I thought so. So that's like the original Karling dynasty. Carolingian derives from the word Karling, right? So we've kind of got that aspect coming in. Then we brought in a little bit of some of our new stuff. We moved over to Sardinia, got back in touch with kind of the Mediterranean, Rome. We're moving over to Byzantium, sucking up their culture. All of this is going to build a better Rome than ever before. I like this. This is fun. This is a really cool system that they've got in CK3 compared to CK2. Definitely a lot more fleshed out. What do we go for from here, though? Stalwart defenders, I think, is a bit pointless. Man-at-arms efficient up by 15% is actually kind of nuts. Formation fighting experts. So this is coming from the Greek culture. This is actually what I considered before as quite a high-tier culture. So it increases our man-at-arms culture efficiency. We lose a lot of pursuit, but that's okay. Spearmen is increased, archers are increased. It's very kind of Roman in a way too, I suppose. With the kind of phalanx there. Light cavalry damage is down, skirmish damage is down. That's fine. Legalistic. So we can pick 2 more. Law cost penalty for Ramsar is down by 50%. Sorry if I'm taking a little while to go through this. There's a lot to consider, right? Just trait is more common. Just trait has additional bonuses. I don't like that, personally. Encouraging certain traits with certain cultures. I mean, it kind of does make sense that certain cultures, of course, value certain aspects. But I don't like it from a roleplay perspective. That's interesting. Hereditary hierarchy. Rulers with poor education traits are distrusted. Loyal traits more valued. Tyranny loss is down, but taxes are up. Castles are cheaper, and long-range bonuses are higher as well. So you keep a character on the throne for a long, long time. People are much happier. Maritime mercantilism gives us... Oh, I do like that. All sea tiles get the extra trade port buildings. Sea danger is down. Republic vassal opinion is up. Religious patronage. Honestly, I'm not really so concerned about that. I think we can avoid that one for now. Man, I don't know which one to pick out of these last. We've got to pick 2 of these. Maritime mercantilism goes nicely with our Mediterranean Empire, I think. I do like this one. Hereditary hierarchy is pretty good. More punishing if you do shit education, but... Tyranny loss minus 50%. I'm not being that tyrannical. Legalism, again, I don't like from a roleplay perspective, and Stalwart defenders isn't that good. I'm going to go with hereditary hierarchy then. I think that's fine. Aesthetics. Oh, this is fun. Continental or Eastern European. We're going to go with Eastern European, because that's, like, slightly different. Names. French and Sardinian or Greek. Or we say both, which I think is fun. Architecture. I'm going to say Mediterranean, because we're not Continental European anymore, and we haven't been for a very, very long time, so it's good to move away from that. Fashion. Continental European, Byzantine. Byzantine, I feel like, has kept more of that Roman tradition alive compared to Continental European, so we'll stick with Byzantine. Coat of arms will use elements from both cultures. I like that a lot. Use fashion from both cultures. Oh, why pick and choose? I do like the Byzantine one more. Honestly, let's just keep making this melting pot culture and melt it down more and more and more. I presume we can reform the culture infinitely. This just becomes a new culture, and then you hybridize that and blah, blah, blah. This is cool. I'm into it. Everybody will convert. All the vassals will convert. We get 14 innovations on top. Good God. Someone's taken our place as cultural head for about 2 seconds. There you go, I was about to say. Oh no, she became the cultural head of the last one, of Sardino-French. Spurned on by positive relations and increased cultural exchange, the Greek and Sardino-French people have grown increasingly close, and now we view ourselves not as one another, but as both simultaneously. Greco-Sardino-French. Greek traditions and values form the backbone of this new culture, while various Sardino-French attributes have been adapted and integrated to meet the new need for their society. With the Greco-Sardino-French people now looking to me for guidance, it's time to set the stage. Boom. Cool. Damn. Still like a big swath of Greek going on here and there. So all of our vassals converted, it's just down to them to now like convert their sub-vassals. Speaking of conversion, let's make sure that we're staying on top of the conversions for Orthodoxy especially. I'm going to send her a gift. Let's just keep on top of that, because the more vassals we convert, the more that they might try and actively convert, and when they're actively converting, we're not the enemy, they are. Let's send you a gift too. There you go. Shut up. What about Crete? How are we looking there? You're still fine with us. Yeah, have some money because we can afford to bribe everybody. And then you can have a gift too. I was going to say, I wouldn't increase our mood by much because I bribed her recently, but this is good. Wow. It's kind of crazy, huh? This is kind of crazy. Jesus. You're Orthodox too, so let's quickly blast you over some cash. Oh no, he's not even our vassal. My bad. It's me trying to convince a guy to convert that wasn't even our bloody vassal in the first place. This guy can get converted too. It doesn't matter their size, their realm. Like, I want everybody converting as fast as possible here. It's just going to make our life so much easier in the long term. Low Bosnia, you already converted. Okay, cool. I'm happy with it. Blessed be God. Blessed be God. Blessed be God. Very good, very good. Okay, let's check our innovations then, because that seems to imply that we've just picked up, like, all the innovations, though. Oh my god, we basically have. Our culture was very far behind the innovation tree, because of course we were a relatively recent culture. We're also very, very small. We were just on a tiny island for years, so we've just basically jumped right to the end game here, which is great. We still get to keep, yeah, we still get to keep valleys. That's fun. Then we get gendarmes as well, which will benefit from all of our brand new Byzantine stuff. Wow. This is crazy. Could you do a playthrough where you collect every single one? Oh, that would be very difficult. Every single one of the cultural... Oh, interesting. Right, so you also have to have counties there, not just be part of that culture. Cool. So we're just about to finish. You know what? Focus on that one. Get it done. And then we can build up quite the army. Because there isn't really much to do right now, admittedly. You know, we can go on a pilgrimage, but that's it. Marcos. High chance of producing an exceptional epic for 1,800 gold. We're in debt. It's a very minor debt. Of course, we will always go for renown with these. Got to build up the dynasty as much as possible. Ooh. Exiting the church in Grosseto, me and my son and heir, Savalum. Oh, look at him now, though. End up in the company of some local merchants. They're in the middle of discussing a discussion regarding theology and worldly wealth. I would invest in the church, but how can I even know if it's St. Matthew's will? Should we convince them that St. Matthew has given us signs? Holding of Grosseto gains Grand Temple. Sure. Why not? We're just about to jump out of debt there, too. Yeah, so what we'll do then is we'll save up, go for this. I can use to increase combat advantage or explain it to me in great detail. Do we want short-term martial experience or potentially long-term combat advantage? Let's try it. I very much doubt any of the books are going to be as good as we need them to be. But we're also kind of getting to that point now where I think we've kind of maxed out our education. You know, bear in mind right now, this guy doesn't have any of the learning books equipped. Apparently he also hasn't had a good night's sleep. It's weird. It's like you can't remember things when you don't do that. Easily distracted, you know, forget basic information or things that you even bring up yourself 30 seconds before and then don't mention it again. You know, like last episode where I said I was going to fix the art. Well, sorry, the episode before that. Yeah, I didn't even know really where to go to at this point. Scholar? Honestly, pedagogy? Pedagogy? Your wards can get additional skills. I mean, it's just great, because I think we've also got grooms who rule in family hierarch, so we just put all the points into Savalum II, who could potentially come out better than Savalum I, because we've got all these extra perks at this point. The only tree he hasn't got into is Marshal, right? That's kind of fun. Well, okay, let's blast on then. Let's carry on. Anyway, yeah, no, we'll save it. We'll finish this epic, and then we will... Ooh. Savalon is, of course, my son. And you know what? Look, Cannoli's a clever guy. Cannoli is a clever guy. He would not upset the apple cart. What's he going to do? He's going to threaten the succession of the entire realm to find out if his 40-year-old son is really his. He's not paranoid, so I think we just ignore it and we just carry on. I don't think he needs to know. That would just... you know, getting these doubts now. It's his old age. He's getting forgetful a little bit. He's getting a little suspicious, maybe a little cranky. If he were to do that and find out you're a bastard, it would throw the whole thing into chaos, and he knows that's not what we need right now. Put him up for as long as it will take. Of course, I'm going to go all in on the renown. As soon as we've paid this off and we've saved up again, we'll go on another pilgrimage, get that religious icon done. Perhaps a break is in order. All right, go on then. Go on, fine, do it. Ooh, and there it is. Judicate Christophos II abused the hospitality of one of your subjects. We need to start killing some vassals here, I think, because some of them have got a little out of hand. There it is, the greatest song ever written, Karling Saga. It's not great, to be honest. 300 renown, though. Always happy to see it, you know. Right, let's throw down a steward then, because I need some money. And then a new spy master wouldn't hurt as well. My son, Prince Meringue. That's what we like to see. What happened to... So we don't know what happened to Nutcakes. What happened to Tiramisu? Oh, she became the Holy Roman Empress. Fair enough. These things happen, don't they? What happened to my well-laid plans, then? Because we married, if I'm not mistaken, did Slavobor... who's his successor? His premier is Prince Peter, who just happens to be matrilineally married to a Karling. Oh my god, are we... No. I'm sure you can piece this together here. Their children will be born Karling. We kill Robert Baratheon before he has any children. Then, we see if the electors will vote for whatever this Karling child is. Well, this does do me an interest. This does do me a significant interest. We kill off all the Gudascucci Klunenberg dynasty if we have to. Just prune the whole tree and make it so the final Gudascucci Klunenberg, who's next in line, has a child, and that child, bear in mind, because it's elective succession and also seniority, that kid will be elected and keep all the titles, similar to our own dynasty. But if this guy's emperor, he's very, very likely to elect his own children. Now, you gotta... I don't know whether the AI would favor house over direct descendants. You'd presume he would go for direct descendants. Maybe this will work. I'm not that au fait with CK3's succession system. And of course, if we manage to get Karling on the throne of the HRE, we can then do exactly what we did with Byzantium and claim it. We get a claim on the whole of the HRE, then we push it and we take the whole thing. In like one war. We might even need to go to war. We could just abduct him as we did with the Byzantine Emperor during the war, which is normally very cheesy, but this guy's so skilled it makes no difference. Interesting. Let's train for a tournament. He's going to go fight Savalum, and he increased his prowess, which is very impressive. That's very impressive. I can't be angry at him. Gothic art innovation. Right, so we did finish our other innovation there, so there's only one left, and that is, again, Gothic art. Very nice. That's kind of a fun art style. Not really appropriate for Rome, I will admit. What can we do here, then? Negotiate alliances. Nope. You need us more than we need you at this point. Oh, God. And this is where things get expensive. It's diplomacy, so we need to repair that one. That one's diplomacy, so we need to repair that one. Oh, Lord. What have I done? Was this a bad idea? A Memory of King Meringue. Was that the one written by the Pope? Oh, no, composed by Pan au Chocolat. Honestly, ooh, it feels bad. It feels bad. This guy's not very sentimental, though, I don't think. Okay, I also need you here. Have him join our court with 30 learning, my friend. You are, well, you are here. You are here, and you're going to be here forever. Basilissa Sibyl. So good they named her twice. Huh. Would you look at that, eh? We don't really need a managing domain, but I do love the enormous amount of money I've got. Wow. Okay, well, let's save up for this. So here's the game plan. Save up. Oh, Jesus. I think it's about time we do a bit more murdering. He hasn't done it in a little while. I'm not sure he remembers how to do it. We've picked up a couple of rivals, one might say, and it's time. We can just straight up dismiss the hook because we're arbitrary, which is very funny. Let's start clearing out some enemies, shall we? I think it's long overdue at this point. This guy's got no problems with bribing people. That's fine. It's a loose end, but he's been very good about tying up loose ends. I think we can all agree. Let's get you on supporting schemes. I've got to make sure these people I want them to understand what they're doing. Of course, her spy master knows that we've been threatened because it's probably the spy master that sent the letter. She suddenly dies. People will know that we killed them. It's just nobody can prove it. And that's the important part, right? They need to know that we're not here to piss around. We've been a little bit too kind. Archon Radagost. Oh. Hello. He tried to speak Basilius Cannoli's language, which is still like French, right? Good effort. It's not an easy language. No, it's not. He loses a bit of prestige, but you know what? We're impressed. Do you have any idea what you just said? Gives the nickname the Bosnian. No, he did a good job. Ooh. I was shocked when I caught my grandson Severin trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting Archon Theophanes. He blamed a game another child had invented, but I could tell he was lying. You have to learn to get away with your lies. He becomes deceitful, or keeps deceitful. Is that good for combat, right? What's the art of scheming? No. You presume that'd be good for, like, dueling. Give you a little prowess, but it doesn't. Be honest, you will see others open to you. Not very good. We're all guided by rules greater than ourselves, child. It becomes humble. Humble, greedy, paranoid is, like, such a weird combination. Oh, dear. This kid was supposed to be trained in martial, and he came out a little bit too much cannoli. Oh. Enjoying a rare solitary bath away from servants and gripping hangers-on is a delightful treat for me. It's so infrequent to have the time entirely, utterly to myself, and I relish every instant of it. Still, all good things must come to an end. I begin to lever myself out the bath. But my grip isn't as firm as I thought. My foot slips, and I start to slide rapidly and unexpectedly. 80% chance we're about to get permanent brain damage. Is this the end? Oh my god, is this the end of Cannoli the Devil? Oh my god, I shouldn't have pissed around. I should have just gone for religious icon. 20% chance. Cross everything you own on your body, physically, that is. Come on. Oh my god. He is unkillable. The man who's terrified the Grim Reaper himself. I am actually in awe about that. Holy crap. I record these videos in like a single take, by the way. I just pause the recording when I have to do a little bit of round management, and then click the unpause button. It's all the same video. There's no trickery. There's no lies. There's no lies. There's no movie magic. Not like in RimWorld. So I don't really know what's, man, I don't really know what our chance of surviving all of these back-to-back was, but it must be so low, right? Because I'm trying to remember. The first one we had quite a high chance. It was like 60%. That one was obviously 80% chance. Shit, if anybody wants to calculate how likely this guy was to surviving all three of those consecutively, I'm all ears. We could just vassalize this guy, eh? Low feudal obligations. We could just vassalize Antioch. Hold on, that's pretty massive. That's like one of the important Roman borders. Oh, I'll take that happily. Now, someone did point this out in the comments a couple of episodes back, but I'm not sure I want to follow up on it, although he's only got 3,000 troops. We could just, like, straight up be like, yeah, I'm taking Jerusalem, by the way. That's, like, mine now. And basically, they couldn't stop us. He's got 4,000 troops versus our 113,000 troops. And we could just, like, take that, but it costs. It does cost piety to launch Holy War, and that will, of course... Although it doesn't actually take us further away from religious icon, does it? Oh, that's so interesting. I could be persuaded. One thing at a time. Look, we've been too close to dying too many times now. I think we stick with it and we stay focused. Let's get this... let's pilgrimage to Jerusalem, and that gives us a very legitimate reason to suddenly be interested in taking Jerusalem. Why is this one so much cheaper? Well, I suppose it's like down the road rather than across a couple of oceans, huh? So we can set fidelity to high. Travel speed is going to be much slower, so this is going to be even longer pilgrimage than last time. But we've got... well, it's a shorter journey, so I guess not. But we're also going for pomp as well. We don't need to mount any of this time around because it's... I mean, it's pretty convenient, right? And we can head off, keeping a good amount of cash in my pocket. Actually, I should have redone the route. Oh, is it too late now? Can we change the customized route? Here we go. So I'm going to Byzantium. What do you want to go for? It's greatly impresses in aptitude. To increase the papal tiara. Hold. What does this one do? Antiquarian increases in aptitude. Well, I'll go here. Then. Go here. Then. Go here. That's it. Hit those. Good shit. And then, on the way back, we'll leave Jerusalem. We go to here. Oh my god, if I can increase my antiquarian to the highest level that we can... Go there, go to Damascus, go to there, go to here. If we can get this person, like, maxed out. Holy shit, are we going to be in for a good time? 25% chance we're hitting, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, 7 of them. We can finally get that legendary papal tiara. We put it on our head as we become religious icon. And you know what? The Pope might be the one to crown us with it, given how much he's, you know, putting lotion on his dick. Let's go. Go, I'm ready. Send me. Put me out there, Chief. I can't wait. No, I can't wait. I've been a Gavasti, but you understand I have subjects too. Your current contract is very restrictive. Sure. She used that hook that she had for the murder on, changing a vassal contract, which I really do not mind. It's nightfall, and Basilios is hard at work. We arrive at the central field south of Nicaea. He appears to be flattening crops at a rapid pace using a large piece of wood and heavy stones. Oh. He rants about we need to meet our true master instead of hiding behind false Christian teachings. Ah, you live your life. Have that man killed, please. Ooh. No. Keep your secrets. Keep your secrets. Don't worry about it. I want someone watching her at all hours. We don't have to worry about it. All these plots are going to go smoothly. Just let him cook. Trust the man. Visited the Amorium. Very good. We get loads of prestige from this too because of our sons of... Ooh. And would you look at that? It just so happens that the man who is next in line to inherit the Holy Roman Empire is matrilineally married to a Karling. This person wants to pay to... Oh, we're going to pay him. Well, I'll give him supplies at least to join us on our journey, of course. We love piousness. It's a fine day like this, and the weather is nice. The pastures of Papa look great. I bet they do. A matriarch approaches me. A fine morning to you, my lord. Are these beauties not a sight to behold? Maybe we can try and apply their good farming techniques back home in Constantinople. And I imagine he did do that. Excellent. Great work, then. The high altitude and the brisk air of Laconia is very refreshing as we traverse a local hill fort. Would you like to join in, my lord? Oh, some rare type of training technique. 80% chance you... Oh, no, it's probably not worth it, but Meringue could gain from it. Meringue's not a martial character. Sorry, I don't think there's really much point in that one. If it was Savalum, of course, I'd have done it, but never mind. Should we enjoy God's creation for a little longer? Yeah. Okay. Or we shall let the Lord guide the way. That one gives us pilgrim traits, and we still become more pious. So we go with that one. Sorry, we can't go through all of these events because it's a long-ass journey. It's taken twice as long, so we'll be here for the rest of human time. Come and ask the local captain and his officers. Greet me as I enter the military camps. Now, what would my lord want to do next? Commodus looks at me expectantly. You should join me. We're going to take this guy now to court, and the Archon is annoyed. What is that contraption? We learned something from studying the thing, or spar with the troops. Maybe become wounded. No, it's okay. Let's get some martial experience. And finally, our first rival, Judicate Christophoros II, tragically, was slain by bandits. My poor rival. We had our differences, but to see that bandits would take him so wantonly is a terribly sad occasion, isn't it? I just can't believe such a thing. You can die now. We'll clear the rivals first, then we'll worry about less important things, like taking the whole of the Holy Roman Empire in a single swoop. Cutting cornerstones. Yeah, okay, because I do want to invest. I want to start investing into the round a little bit, because I've been negligent, I think is to say the least. We probably want to consider swapping out some of these buildings for some of the City of Wonders stuff. Grand University, Grand Library, another Royal Palace. We've had 3 Royal Palaces, yes, but how about another one? Oh, Grand Hippodrome. Oh, great statue. Wow, you can build everything here in Latin Palace from the Latin aesthetic. That's from Byzantine Church from the Byzantine aesthetic. Oh, so that's what these are. These are all the aesthetic-based buildings. Oh, that's fun. Man, I'd like a palace, actually, in the capital. Actually, that's kind of okay, because this one is... I don't know what we're replacing. I think it gave a reduction to feast. Does the palace do that at the higher level when you upgrade it? No, it's just stress. Stress loss, prestige, development growth. Oh, I'll take it. Sure, I'll take a palace now that you mention it. Just going across the whole of the Mediterranean, building one palace at a time. Ooh! Oh no, of course he does. On our way through Antioch, we appear to have stumbled into a local food market. Everywhere, peasants and nobles of every culture and tongue clamor around Exotic food stalls. My nose, of course it is drawn to a lowly stall stacked with a dish I could only dream of. I'm pulled out of my haze by the halting grasp of Nicotas. Do not waste your palate on the slop. Honey fritters are for peasants. No. I am the Basilius and I want my honey fritter. Oh my god, he got food poisoning. If... look, I'm going to be real with you. I love a good story, and I love an ironic death more than anything else. If the man obsessed with sweets dies almost achieving everything he ever could because of one tainted honey fritter, that would be the greatest ending I could ever think for this character. I don't think he will, because he's so powerful of body. I think it's just going to be like a... It's just going to be a honey shitter rather than a honey fritter. Thank you, please clap. We come across the remnants of a trading caravan in Antarctus. Didn't realise we'd travelled so far south. The arrow-ridden corpse of merchants, guards, and horses, overturned carriages and ruined merchandise, all points being attacked by bandits. Split the goods. No. Take the lion's share. No. Give it to the region's ruler, or we shouldn't steal from the dead. It will stress him out because he's a little arbitrary and he wouldn't give a shit about that. But we're trying to prove to other people he's not doing it for himself. We're doing it to, again, keep up the appearances that this man, this kindly old man, would never do anything evil, unspeakable, or unthoughtful. Anyway, we've just murdered 2 more people and got away with it, and that's all his rivals dealt with, right? We've got one more that will disappear in a second. Should we hire some people? Because of our armed pilgrimages tenet, we can hire some people. We gain just a more pious pilgrimage from doing that. Costs us 900 gold, but we can afford it. Pilgrim protection, which I presume gives some, like, travel safety, if I had to guess. Yeah, plus 10. Nice. Oh no, a secret is exposed. Minnie the Saint Agatas had an extramarital affair. Malice and lies. It's malice and lies. I'm lost for words. It's malice and lies. That child doesn't exist. Yesterday, our travels in Sadia... Well, look, it's our regent making these decisions. We're away from the realm. We overslept. The entourage did not wish to wake him. Ah, be careful not to oversleep again. He is low on sleep, but simultaneously, again, I think he wants to prove to everybody that he's still capable. The last thing you want is the regency becoming entrenched. Our road takes us through the treacherous parts of Tyre. While I scan for any dangers ahead, a rustling brush grabs my attention. Could it be a wild animal? Ooh. Let's see what you... Oh, some kind of fruit. A delicious fruit. Hold on, what if it's poisonous? Oh, you idiot. Let him eat it first. Or, only if I can try it first. There's a chance it causes a painful stomachache. That'll go well with the honey shitters. That's the new disease. It's going to be named after him if he keeps eating. Just eat, yeah. You know what he likes, sweeties? It could be a delicious new fruit, and it reinvigorates the body and the mind. I'm glad we did that. Crossing the scrublands into Tiberias, we are emblazoned by a small host. We spot the banners of a small host emblazoned with the Ashari Shahada. They are ragged vagabonds preying on pilgrims heading to Jerusalem. If you want my gold, come and take it. Thank you, Russell Crowe. There's a chance that this old man fights off bandits. And he did fight off bandits. No, the bandits think better of it. They decided, actually, we don't want to fight this old man. They're like, is that cannoli the devil? Why would he be down here? Why is he wearing that enormous diaper? What's going on? Nappy, as we would call it in the UK. I automatically translate for the American audience because they're very slow. Here we are. Jerusalem. It's a joke. It's calm. No other city in the world has a history quite like Jerusalem. In addition to the many other holy sites there, the city contains the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, built over the combined places where Jesus was crucified, buried, and resurrected. It was a very busy day for him. Standing outside the Temple Mount with my hands on the western wall, I found myself reflecting on everything that happened on the journey to the city of legend. We only hit level 1 piety this time, but we have walked the holy path. Wow, we're really going to have to put some effort in if we want to hit level 4 on this one. Jerusalem is the home to a famous way shrine. I should bloody hope so. Spend several days in prayer. Oh, wait. Okay, spend several days in prayer then. Why not? We are here for piety after all. I wander around the stores in the market and I notice people... Oh, this guy's selling the skull of St. John the Evangelist. Oh. Oh, Abdullah. This doesn't look very authentic. Oh, but we can call him out on it. We don't need some fake skull. We can just say to him, like, this is clearly fake because we're so learned. Oh, nice. Now that he's no longer shitting himself, he's put back on his best finery because nobody wants a poopy Basilius. There's only so much a man can pray without looking for another equally important ways to spend his time. Again, it's all false. It's all lies. And Sheikh Mukhtar has a lovely residence. He so kindly allows me to visit. Oh. This man we can poach. No, I don't want him. He's not that good. Nah, it's not about the fact that we are... The person's not enough for us, the Fury. We don't care about his Fury, we just don't care about this man. We don't want to bring, like, subpar courtiers home. Wife educates Baguette Karling. My grandson. I don't know why I thought that was a son. I've lost total track of this dynasty. It's just a whole stack of geniuses. Can you really blame me? Okay. Sorry, let's go back to this pilgrimage then. Yeah, I don't think this time we're going to get even anywhere bloody close. I guess we got really lucky to Rome. We become more pious if we say, here I am born a new man. Or, then I may as well enjoy it for the time being. Oh, if I don't change my deviant nature, the only light I'll see will be the fires of hell. We do that, but then for some reason somebody else loses their deviant secret. This guy's not a deviant. Is it because he's actually... Look, even the game agrees with me. He's done nothing wrong so much that the game doesn't know what negative to remove from him. So instead, it's going to remove it from one of our courtiers. Very nice. Because cannoli is perfect. Did you see that kid grow? I don't know why he keeps doing this. He keeps, like, taking artifacts away from us whenever we go to places. You've given the owner of St. George's Knuckle, but then it, like, was destroyed. Well, either way, thank you. And now we shall run back as fast as possible. Ooh, shall learn more about their culture. Reduces the cost of establishing philosopher culture by 1,000 prestige. That's interesting. What can I personally learn? No, let's learn that. We can't reform the culture again for bloody ages. I guess we'll just dash home at this point, eh? We certainly don't need anything from the scholar tree anymore, given that it's all about cultural advances, right? Learn on the job would be actually nuts, because that guy, that actually might get him past his prime. If we were to go back to scheming. Now, this one's interesting. We're just going, like, bear in mind I set this really ridiculous winding route back so that we could visit all the different sites. Just visited the Heliopolis, so we're getting to see a lot of Rome. A lot of things that I think, you know, he kind of has a little bit of a hobby interest in it, if anything else. I say as if we didn't just take the whole of Byzantium. It's just a hobby, honestly. Tell me my future wise one. This is interesting. 50% chance we get good omens, 50% chance of bad. Travel bodes well. Oh my god. He's like, you know what? I've been looking into your future, and you just never seem to die. All I can see is a strange cloaked figure with a scythe carrying a fear in the corner. Why can't people be more like this? Prolific hunters. It's fine. But you know what? I think we're all right. Getting 7 trait experience in Venator Hunter. Getting the nickname the Hunter. Did you see that? There was a chance of it happening. I don't want him to lose the nickname the Devil. And finally. Ooh. We got away with it. We actually got away with it. I saw that. This is your rival, and I was like, that's a red skull. We got caught, but no, of course he would never get caught. How could you say such a thing? Who am I to interfere with higher matters, or should we bring someone with us? Is he any good? No. We have enough to welcome both of you. Oh. Bring both of these people to our court with us. Oh, they're in love with one another. Oh, that's nice. I beg you, let me stay with him. I'll bring them both. Yeah, why not? Why not? Cannoli, much like me at this point, just wants to get back to Byzantium. Meringue might end up giving us some money because we're about to shoot a rabbit. Oh my god. That was fun. Did you win? Holy shit, we actually won. This guy is bloody spry for his old age. You got to admit, for a man who's infirm, he's out there hunting rabbits faster than a man, like, 1/4 of his age. Slightly less than that. Slightly more than that, sorry. Well, I suppose with fractions, it doesn't really matter. It depends how you interpret it. But he also fist-fought bandits, or was about to fist-fight bandits. I don't think he's quite as infirm. Or is it a lie? Is this like a Grandmaster Pycelle type of thing? Is he deceiving people? He's not quite as frail. Oh, I'm so old and infirm, I could not possibly do such a terrible thing. And then he, like, you know, dashes up the stairs to go write his next plot down. It's good to be home. How close are we? Oh, we are very, very, very close to religious icon. Very frustrating. Well, I'll be honest. What the hell do we do? Because Scholar is pretty bloody pointless. When you are... Like, the development growth is cool and all, but... It's pretty freaking pointless, isn't it? I feel like it's such a waste. We've obviously completely topped out Diplomat. Come back to Torturer for old time's sake, but I don't think it's necessary. And he's never been a seducer. He's never been interested in that type of thing. That was his father. And maybe he even looks down on it. Maybe we go back, because, like, Marshall's never been a strong point either. Overseer makes a lot of sense. He's a man with the eye on the ball, but we've not got to worry about it. We don't need to be an Overseer. There is no rebellion. There's no risk of that, because he's got everything totally under control. I think we go for architect, and he focuses on restoring, you know, like the architect of New Rome. I think that makes the most sense. So I think we'll go domain focus. Because, again, that suits the character more, though I do prefer wealth focus. I do think domain focus works a bit more. Damn, wealth focus would literally be like an extra 38 gold per month, which is obviously enormous. But I think the stewardship is acceptable. I think I'm happy with it. We've got an antiquarian. Are you fucking joking we haven't got an antiquarian? I visited all of those sites across the Middle East on the way back to the Byzantium to upgrade my... What? They must have died on the journey. Oh, you actual shithead. Well, I guess I'll just have to be content with the 5,000 gold in my pocket. And, speaking of things in our pocket, now that we're finally back, let's focus on the HRE. So have you two married? They've actually finally married. So he can't now break or change that betrothal, because he very much might have, should he have become emperor. So... let's kill Robert Baratheon's son. We don't have to kill the son, but it's about... Again, we got to prune the different branches of the family tree, because all these kids are capable of being successors. Let's kill them all on the same day. If even he struggles, it's calming. We don't need to worry about stress anymore. Thank you. The Pope died, and now he's depressed. It needs to be strong and move forward. He literally does not give a shit. Like, really just do not give a shit. Ongoing heartache, stress... solidify your heart and move on. Because, you know, it sucks. They were maybe even legitimately friends, as much as you can be friends with a man like this. And I feel like maybe he was a little bit too invested. You know, the Pope was a very good person to have in your pocket. Maybe got a little bit too emotionally invested, and he's pulled himself back. It's been a stark reminder to harden his heart a little bit. My grandson Arnaud Karling is definitely not getting 4,500 gold of my money to go to university. Right then. Constantinople. So we're upgrading the palace. I think we'll focus heavily on the capital, because a lot of it's stuff I probably wouldn't build personally. Can we upgrade like the Theodosian walls or anything like that? Nope, that's set up. We could swap it out. That seems a bit rude. Come in and knock that down. This is pointless. This trade port is utter shit. Like, our development is already so enormous. I suppose... Okay, hear me out. Increase the development in Constantinople. Wait, does this not also increase development? Or am I going mad? Is there not something the Marshal can do? Or am I going insane? Or maybe I'm going totally insane. Something else increases development, right? I'm not going mad? I really just don't remember anymore. My brain is all over the place at this point. Hostile schemes. Increase county opinion. Oh, maybe that's what I'm getting confused with. So there's no other ways to increase development other than with my main man here, right? And internal war. Okay, that's fine. We'll keep that active. Okay, maybe we don't swap that out immediately, but a level, 8 building taking up a slot in Constantinople with this happening, with like plus 1.7 tax a month, I think we can afford to probably get rid of that, and swap that out for a building infinitely more useful. Walls and towers, what's that doing for us? Station heavy cavalry. I love the heavy cavalry plays we got going on right now. This one gives... Oh, like, the windmills are just better in every way. So I'm going to swap out the trade port next, because our palace is, like, basically just about to finish. Yeah, Spyro, whatever, deal with that for me. Okay, swap out the trade port, then. What do you think we go for here? Obviously, we've got to go for the big, expensive building. So we've got Grand University, which at its higher level is... Diplomacy and learning per level of flame is up. Monthly lifestyle experience up by 10%. That's pretty bloody nice, actually. And we can upgrade the palace, too, which we'll do at some stage. This is quite a hard decision, because this is, like, Constantinople. Arguably one of, maybe even the second best. Honestly, when you start the game, it's probably the best county in the game. Sorry, this bloody scroll bar does not want to cooperate. No, that's not a misclick, right? I'm not going insane. That looked pretty damn accurate to me. I've played Quake 3 Arena. Okay, I grew up on that game. I think I can click things. If you're new here... That was a very self-aware joke. Monthly learning lifestyle experience plus 15%. That's better for just, like, basic learning. But it's more learning-focused, if that makes sense. Great Harbour. Oh, surely the Great Harbour's better. Yeah, it's an improvement in every conceivable way. Great Statue. Grand Hippodrome. Again, I love the idea of the Hippodrome being rebuilt. Army gold maintenance down by 10%. Oh, that's a lot of money. And we're not missing out on our development growth either. This is crazy. 25% extra knight effectiveness. If our next character is going to be Marshal, I mean, that's got to be my focus. Ooh, and he's still walking his dog for 10 more years. Jesus, man. I'm telling you, he's lied about being infirm. He convinced even me for a second. He lied so well, he's convinced the bloody game that he's infirm, but clearly he's not. Right, so we've got quite a unique issue there. I've just built a wonder in Constantinople, and I'm still set on 5,000 gold. It's not a bad problem to have. We could build something else in Rome. That's got a free building slot. And I think in Rome I'm going to slap down probably... what was the library at the highest level? 15%. I'm going to slap down the Great Library. I think it's pretty worth it. I think it's probably pretty worth it. Oh, so the only choice we've got actually for Rome are Grand University, Grand Library, Grand Statue. I'm going to throw down the library. And we'll just swap out, like, regimental grounds or something like the cattle farms. What's that doing for us? A bit of tax, a bit of development growth. That's crap. So we'll get rid of that and swap that out. Now, Venice can also get the grand buildings built in them. Farms and fields, Venice. I don't think I really need that. I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather get something wondrous and magical. I keep clicking that scroll bar, and Paradox keep having my pants down every single time. Okay, Grand University, Grand Library, Grand Cathedral. We have not been able to build those anywhere else. Grand Fortress at the highest level. What does that offer us? Prowess per level of fame +2. Bloody hell, that's good. It's good for a martial character again. Fortress of Venice is kind of unique. Really, I'm looking for stuff that we can't build elsewhere. We can build a lighthouse in Constantinople. I don't really want to focus on just having, like, Venice taxes only. Because, ideally, we can get that everywhere. Great Walls, what do they give at the highest level then? Archer bonuses, yeah, whatever. Okay, so I think in Venice then, let's slap down the Grand Fortress. It's weird. We're going to be able to put down all these grand buildings and we'll still be making a bloody fortune, so I'm not really concerned about that. My friend, tell me about yourself. We're going to speak with his wife. She's probably a distant relative because she's also part of House Robertine Abbeville, who are the people in France, of course, and we've married into them for many generations. Same with the HRE. We're all going to end up looking the same, and it's going to make the plots very confusing, so let's hope Cannoli dies before that happens. Wellspring of Life. You want that. Gains a weak hook. Okay, wait. He loses 111 gold. He gains a weak hook on me. But he's going to fix my book? No, piss off. I had to pause that for a second. I was like, hang on. What is the offer? Is this not terrible? And yes. Yes, it really was terrible. Savalum, educate this child. Okay, so we can take all of our ruins decisions again. So we're synergizing with the ruins. We got received procession again, given the popular opinion. Then the final one was, that's it, piety. Oh, come on, we're almost there. Oh, look at how close we are, you shit. Find a dual vulgar linguist. No, thank you. That does sound terribly vulgar, yes. I was so close to getting there, but I don't know if there's any... Could I buy an indulgence or something like that? I love your crown. I want one of those. Could I buy an indulgence? Just anything for like a quick papal injection? Like a quick bit of piety? Propose an alliance with the bloody Pope himself is kind of ludicrous. I like that. Murdering a child. Would you do such a thing? Yes, I would. Little Arnulf is dead and gone. Ooh. In terms of my recent friendliness as a sign, Pope Sergius has come to me with a concern for one of my prisoners. It would greatly I would appreciate if you released this man. Yeah, I don't give a shit about this man. I didn't even know he was down there. I should have tortured him before I released him, but never mind. Oh, the wilderness can be such a dangerous place. Oh, no. And he died. Oh, bandits have killed Robert Baratheon himself. Oh, how terrible. And now, would you look at that, on the throne of the Holy Roman Empire is a man whose wife is Karling. And they are married matrilineally. All of their children will be Karling. And what we'll do is we'll wait for them to have some kids. We'll offer to educate them. We'll make sure they come out well. And we will kill everyone that stands between them and being elected successor. Their dynasty is going to be a real problem. I'm not going to lie. How many are there? 149 living members. We could probably... I mean, let's assume 50% of them are men. That's only like 75 people we've got to kill. That's like, you might think that's a ridiculous amount. That's not out the realms of possibility if we focus on that. And a lot of them aren't going to be capable of succession. You know, a lot of them aren't going to be eligible to become emperor. A lot of them wouldn't be voted to become emperor. Interesting. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Did you notice that Empress Beatrix joined the plot? As in Beatrix Karling joined the plot to kill the previous emperor's son. Is she on in it? Is she in on this plot? Is my granddaughter in on this plot? Cheers, Norbert. Oh, I think. Why is there a feud? Emperor Peter and you became rivals when a feud broke out between House Gudisgucci Klinenberg and House Karling. Why? We killed someone, but nobody knows we killed him, so why the hell would we be in a feud? I don't understand. Is he upset that his children are going to be born House Karling? I'll send him a gift. That'll shut him up. I don't understand why we're in a feud. I don't want us to be in a feud, though. Was that a mistake? Your rival when a feud broke out between us. I wonder if it was a different member of House Karling that stoked the flames, like further down the feudal ladder somewhere. Oh, no, we can't allow that to happen. No, this is where his diplomacy's going to have to step in. It's our vested interest to keep that man happy, healthy, and on our side, and more importantly, loving his wife. Throw him in jail? Let the traitor be known to all. Yeah, let's make it someone else's problem. Okay, we have, I believe, now totally discovered everything there is to discover. That's it. Oh, Alexander wept, for there were no more art styles from this mod to conquer. It doesn't really roll off the tongue as well, does it? There it is. Wow, I don't know if you noticed, but one of our buildings in Byzantium is already built. This is good. I like this a lot. Yeah, I'll never get rid of the walls, and in fact, we'll upgrade them massively, because then it gives us like 40%. Windmills are good. I'm not going to replace those. The cattle pastures are dog shit. So let's get rid of that. Well, bullshit, I probably should say. The Grand University, Grand Library, Great Harbour, Great Fortress, Great Lighthouse, Great Statue. We can't build all of them, sadly. The Great Lighthouse sounds fun, though. Holding tax up by 25% development growth. Oh, it's levy size. We don't give a shit about levy size. It might even actually be more useful going for, like, stables. Oh, yeah, no, it would. Okay. I'm looking at the wonders with a single mind, a single action, a single passion. Maybe I change the way things go. So this reduces the barracks, right, is affecting spearmen, heavy infantry. I'm never going to station those here. So, let's swap the barracks out for a stables. Like, piss on you. I want massive cavalry benefits. Ooh, Rome also... Ah, someone's plotting against my cause here. Rome also got its next building. Oh, it's nice that we're doing a little bit of building here, because I feel like it's been a long time. That one gives us the lifestyle experience, so let's get that one upgraded. How's Venice coming along? Oh, that one's done too. Very nice to see. We built in Venice, we built that bloody fortress, right? Now, bear in mind, these buildings aren't as powerful as the regular duchy buildings. They're clearly a watered-down version, but they are very powerful, but hideously expensive for a normal person. But Cannoli is not a normal person. He is the devil in a man's flesh. Grand University, Great Library, Great Cathedral, Great Harbour, Great Walls, Great Lighthouse. Again, I want to keep a nice variety of things. So we're going to go Grand Cathedral in Venice. It's St. Peter's Basilica, not in Venice. Venice Cathedral. Am I going mad? St. Mark's Basilica. That's right. It's not like I've been there in real life or anything. I don't know how. I feel like another nice poem. I guess at this point then, we're kind of back in, like, prime cannoli attitudes. I cannot believe this stupid idea worked, but the Emperor of the HRE is currently married to a Karling, matrilineally. Their children will be born to House Karling. When that kid is born, we will give them everything to ensure that they are potentially going to be an elected successor. Throw them artifacts that we're not using. Give them a shitload of gold so they can start using that for whatever purposes they need to. Even maybe offer ourselves as an educator or someone in our court because we're geniuses. Cannoli, 95 years of age. Again, with all those artifacts and his education, his like learning, what was he called? Focus, that's right. It's not like I was in CK2. 6,000 hours, by the way. And then just everything is stacked up to the point where this guy is going to be old as hell. The thing I wanted to mention, actually, is our Dynasty Legacy, of course. We picked... Oh, that's not the button I wanted. I'm surprised that didn't crash the game. Dynasty Legacy, we picked... oh, we're actually so close to another one, too. That's amazing. I don't know how we just, like, manually open it up. I don't know if we're allowed to. But we did pick... Or we have, more specifically, octogenarians from one of them. Is it this one? Yeah, life expectancy up by 5 years. Octogenarian, of course, means 80 years old. So we are living well. We're living well. We're living powerfully. And we have dodged death twice more today. Come back tomorrow. And we will take the whole of the HRE. My God, if Cannoli lives long enough to form Rome. We should at least mend the schism with this guy, right? Firstly, let's become religious icon. There's so much to do with him. Oh, God, I hope we've got enough time.